Hey guys, Kirk here from Kirk's Aquariums, bringing you guys yet another episode. Today we're just going to do a quick little update on some of the things that's been happening inside the fish room. So we've done a heap of different things. We've bought new tanks, we've changed tanks, we've bought new fish, we've sold some fish, we've bred some fish. So all that coming up in this video, guys. Stay tuned, we'll get to it. Alrighty, so I'll start off with this tank. These two have actually laid for me. I think they're actually about to lay again. She looks like she's carrying a fair few eggs, and she's obviously on the slate. Oh yeah. So these two laid eggs probably almost a month ago. About 3 weeks ago. And all the eggs went white, so unfortunately I don't think, I did try to pull the eggs, but all the eggs went white. Usually means that they've got either fungus hit them or this male here just didn't fertilize them properly. I'm going to go with that the male didn't fertilize them properly since I put methylene blue into the water. So I've been conditioning them up again with some frozen bloodworm and just some nice water changes. And as you can see here, she's definitely looking like she's going to lay. I will be probably expecting eggs, I reckon. Oh yeah, the breeding tube is definitely out. So just as well I came in here and actually decided to start to film this. But yeah, hopefully these two will make a better job than the last time around. And we will get some nice Philippine blue baby angels. So that's what's going on in this tank. I thought I'd also show you, maybe you can see them up the back. If the blue angel gets out of the way, try and zoom in a bit for you. So you can see in there, we've got some L397 plecos. They're not breeding for me just yet, but they're also still growing as well, so I'm not in a huge rush. They've got a few caves in here. There's probably one or two sitting in here. I try and get some B-roll footage of them because they really look nice, but I really rarely get to see them. So yeah. That is what's going on in this tank. These two blue angels looking like they're going to lay eggs. She's pecking the slate, getting it all ready. He, I hope, knows what to do, and we get a good fertilization rate and get to keep the eggs. So moving on to the next tank. All right, moving over to this tank, the next tank next to it. Bit of a mess in here. It's actually covered in duckweed. So this is what you're seeing here is like all the roots of the duckweed, I'm pretty sure. We've got some, I just kept like 4 or 5 of the black angels just up in this tank just to see what was going on. They're growing quite well, so I'm not sure what was going on there, but they're looking nice. I'm not sure if they're going to stay full black or if they're going to turn like a bit of a yellowy orange color underneath them. But we've also got some bristlenose. This boy's starting to get quite large. One that I bred myself. I've actually got heaps of them in here. I'll come down, you can see. We've got a Dumbo ear betta that survived getting his fins all nipped off. So unfortunately he's not growing back as Dumbo ear, so it's a little bit disappointing. You can see there on his left fin as a black angel goes and nips him. Congratulations. And then we've got some more little baby bristlenose, both in the normal and albino. I'll try and get the camera to focus on this one here. I've just been pumping these guys out. They take a while, well at least they're taking a while to grow up for me. Like here's a couple more just down here. So I'll try and get the camera to focus. So yeah, here's a couple more just here. I'm really impressed with the albino ones. They've got a really nice yellow coming through on them. But yeah, overall there's just a heap of them in here. You'll see more of them if I move this log. There'd be, there's probably another one under there, yeah. So there's heaps of them in here, just growing them out with zucchini and some wafers, and then just keeping all this tank nice and clean, as you can see. But yeah, that's what's going on in that tank. Nothing too exciting, the baby bristlenose and the baby angels. And we'll move on to the next tank. Alright, I've moved you over to the baby tank. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this very well, but there's actually little baby fish swimming around in here. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. But if you see the little speckles swimming around here, that is baby Goyder River rainbow fish. There we go. I'm slowly getting the camera to focus. It's really hard. They are incredibly small. But yeah, these are all baby Goiter River rainbow fish. I've been really impressed. I've been growing them out. These guys are only literally maybe about like 3 or 4 days old. I've got some ceramicron powder that I used to use. I use a paintbrush, a really small paintbrush, and just a small little flick, and that just coats the surface of the water in the powder. And these guys seem to be eating it fine. Once they get a little bit bigger, obviously they'll go into baby brine shrimp. Sorry for the reflection, there's some stuff on this glass on this tank. But once they get a little bit bigger, takes a while with rainbows unfortunately, they will start eating baby brine, but they're actually too small at the moment to eat baby brine. I've actually got some rams in here as well, some baby German blue rams. They are somewhere around. I'll try and find 1 or 2 of them. There's one in here. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but this is a ram. This guy's a little bit bigger. That's a German blue ram baby. There's about 5 of them, so I didn't have a huge success rate with them. But I think I know what to do next time round, and I've got a pair of rams that seem to be spawning once every week to 2, so pretty regularly. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I thought I'd show you guys what's going on in this tank. Again, really hard to see them, but you can see them over here swimming around. So I think there's about like 20 or 30, maybe a few more. But yeah, baby Goiter River rainbow fish. Alright, I'll bring you over to this tank. It's a bit all over the shop, so forgive me. This is my brood stock of my red tuxedo guppies. I love these guys. Look at the color on them. I've talked about them a fair few times in other videos, but really liking these guys. Got some more out in ponds as well, but this is mainly my most of my brood stock. It's been really cold this winter, so I didn't want to put all of my brood stock in the ponds just in case something happened, because it's not every day that you can find red tuxedo guppies. But yeah, these guys have just been pumping out babies. Look at this. So there is a lot of baby guppies in there. I'm extremely happy. I need to actually get all them out because I'm pretty sure they'll be fine, because they've got an absolute huge ball of Java moss / hair algae mixed in, so it should keep them quite safe. But yeah, a lot of guppies as well, so sorry for the reflection, but they need to come out, need to go into a pond once it gets to spring, gets a bit warmer. These guys will get moved out of here and go to the ponds. But moving over to the next tank, we'll just go straight over. These are like future males, so I've just got them in here. This is kind of a waste of space for a tank actually, considering I've only got these males in here. But yeah, so got these guys. These guys I'll probably end up taking to pools eventually, just all the males. I don't need any more males, but I obviously don't want to sell all the males just in case something happens to the ones I'm using. So again, the males get the really nice color on them. This is quite a nice one here. If I can get the camera to focus, if I can get the focus on him. But they get that nice red head on them, and they get that nice red tail, and I've bred it out over the last couple of years for them to get a much longer dorsal fin, sorry. So you can see some of them, it almost goes towards the full back of their tail, and that's kind of what I'm after. So these are just staying in here, getting their color out, and I'll take them to the fish shop probably soon once I get a few more. But forgive this tank, it's a bit dirty. This is what I've been pulling out of the broodstock tank. So basically I pull them out of this tank here, and they go over to this tank so that they don't get eaten, sorry. And basically I just feed them up on baby brine shrimp. This is where my real baby, small baby plecos go as well once I first hatch them out. This guy here stayed in here a bit too long, but he's doing his job. So basically these guys are loving life in this tank, and yeah, a fair few baby guppies going on at the moment as well. So always something new, and always something going on in the fish room. But yeah, moving over, these are my little work in progress. Again, this tank needs a bit of a tidy up. These are the albino red tuxedos. So this is the original female just here. Looks like she actually just gave birth either today or yesterday. But I just noticed albino version when I was breeding out some of my normal red tuxedos. and I actually really liked it. So I kept her, and I was lucky enough to get this male here. He's got a bit of purple going on through him, so I'm not sure if he's a full albino, but he does have that albino top part on him. He's got a nice little purple sheen instead of the black as well. And basically I just decided that I was going to try and work on breeding these and making this like a solid strain. And it looks to be pretty good so far. So at the moment they look kind of yellow with the red head. I like them. I know there's another couple of other strains that are very similar to this out there, but you don't see them very often. So the males are getting like a purpley sheen through them on the back half of them, and the females are staying like a yellow, like a golden yellow with the red head and red tail. So super excited to keep breeding these. You can see there's babies of all sort of ages in here. I don't have like a broodstock tank. This broodstock tank is just the grow out tank and the breeding tank as well, so it's all in the one, but there's plenty of moss in there. There's probably a few babies to get eaten, so I could be really pumping them out like, you know, this, but it's just space at the moment. I'm slowly working on upgrading the fish room to get more space, but it's all just a work in progress. So that is what's going on in those few tanks. We'll move over to another tank and we'll get keep going. Okay, we're moving down now. So this is actually I'll move back a bit to show you guys. This is actually a 2 foot front to back by not quite 3 foot left to right. I'll come back down here. But these are I picked out about 10 of the Red Devil Angel babies, just mainly because I wanted to grow them out myself and see if they actually did turn a nice orangey reddy colour. They're still pretty young, but they're starting to get some nice colour through them now. Like you can see here, they definitely sort of look like they're going to go orange, at least on the top of their head. This one here in particular looks quite nice. So yeah, I've got 10 of them, just growing them out. We'll see what happens, and hopefully make them into future breeders, because these are my F1s. And but I like the colour on them. They'll hopefully just get better and better as they get older. But they're only about like 4 or 5 months old right now, so got a little bit of growth on them to do yet, and hopefully that colour will come through in their later parts. They're a little bit feisty with each other, I must admit. They've got a bit of a temper / attitude on them, so I'm not sure which one they got that from. But as you can see, they're really wanting food all the time, and this one's belly sort of shows that they get quite a decent feed, so they don't need any more food. Angelfish are terrible for that. You look at angelfish and they have a big bulging stomach and they'll still look at you like, I want more food. Worst thing you can do is give them more food. They're terrible for being guts as angelfish. One's out and about, so I'm gonna try and get a shot of him now. I bought a couple of weeks ago some long fin albino bristlenose. Now I have not seen these guys. Well, I mean, that's a lie. I have seen them for a bit going around, but the price on them recently, they have gone up in price a lot. And so I think it's because there's not many breeders breeding them in my area at the moment, so you don't really see them around that much. I actually picked them up from Paul's a few weeks ago now, so there's none left. So if you've seen this video, there is none left in there. This was a decent few weeks ago, probably at least 3 weeks ago now. I picked these guys up, but there's one out. I've got 5 of them in total. And yeah, this guy, I was already quite a small one, but growing him out, obviously, they take a while to grow out. But those fins on the side of him and that tail will get incredibly long. And I think I've got another one over here. Sorry, there's a bit of muck on this tank. I've got another one over here underneath the sponge filter. So he's doing all right. The angel's getting in the way. I've got my Barbados Cories as well. These guys are, if the angel would get out of the way. The Barbados Cories are turning out to be some of my favourite Cories. So yeah, the Barbados Cory. I really like these guys. They're technically not a Corydoras, but I mean, they are a Corydoras. They look like a Corydoras, they behave like a Corydoras. So to me, they're a Corydoras. But I think I've got about like 8 or 9 of these guys in here. They're a bit slow to grow, but I've only had them for a couple of months, so we'll see what's going on. this guy is actually putting on quite a nice little show for me, so you're getting to see what they look like. As they get bigger, they're actually one of the bigger cories that you can get. They grow to about 10-12 centimeters, so if you're keeping cories and you really like cories and you want something a bit bigger than the normal cory, pick yourself up Barbados cory. They're really fun. Normal thing, just like, you know, get yourself like a group of 6 or more. But yeah, really fun fish, and I'm enjoying watching them grow out. But yeah, this tank is just, you know, slowly coming together. This is going to eventually be like a grow out tank, so I might end up changing it up a bit. For now, it's just going to hold these guys in here until they colour up. Alrighty, so this is the 3-foot tank next door to the other 3-foot tank that we were just at. These are the Goyder River rainbows, the ones that have bred for me. They don't have their colour turned on at the moment, unfortunately, so they look a bit boring and dull. But once these guys get their colour turned on and get into like breeding mode, they get like a really vibrant red, like a proper red, not like an orange, like a really nice red. And that black line really comes like pronounced, so really nice fish. They've been doing really well, obviously, because they're breeding for me. We've got Spoon, the ghost knife, down in here. He's actually going to get moved down. I think I'm going to take him out of this tank with his log and put him in the tank next door, because the tank next door is 2 feet front to back, and this tank here is only 1.5 foot front to back. So he's going to get a bit of a wider tank to live in, and I think he'll be pretty happy with that. We've got Elmo over here, who just sort of does his thing and chills out. He is a stunner. So that's what we're hoping all the baby angelfish are going to go like once they get big enough. He is a couple of years old now. He's like 2.5 years old. And hopefully all his kids get a nice orange glow to them like he does. So I've been feeding this guy some really high quality food over the years. Been trying to make sure I get him as nice a colour as possible. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. He seems to be one of the nicer coloured red devils or red koi angels that I've seen. Not to gloat or anything, but yeah, hopefully his kids end up coming out just a nice colour like him. So that's what's going on in this tank. Okay guys, we're going to come back real quick because I know I showed you guys this tank before, but I just stood up from filming the Elmo's tank below me, and I noticed this one, if you can see, is laying eggs. So that's the male there, fertilizing all the eggs. Sorry for the grainy film quality, I'm trying to zoom in because this is, for me, this is exciting. Like, this was not planned, like I had no idea they were about to actually start laying, but this is really cool. So you can see she's actually laying like a trail of eggs right now as we speak. I'm trying to get the camera to focus, but it's hard. And then the male's coming through here and hopefully fertilizing those eggs. So not very often do you actually get to see this as it's happening. Usually you walk in like the next day or when you get home from work or something like that, and this is happening. But this is amazing. This is a really cool thing. And if you're into angelfish breeding, this is basically what you want. I'm breeding on a slate that you can pull out, hopefully, if they're not very good at raising their own young. But this is amazing. This is really cool. I'm actually going to just sit here for a little bit and watch this, because it's not every day that you get to see a couple of angelfish breeding. But yeah, you can see the eggs. I'm trying to zoom in there. You can see the eggs. But yeah, thought I'd just show you guys that. I'm going to sit here and watch it, but we'll move on to the next tank in a second. Alrighty, so last tank of the video. I know it's been a bit of a long one and we didn't even go through all the tanks. Have a look at that, that's crazy. But this is the baby angels. So again, the 10 that I showed you guys just before and the father, Elmo, this is the babies of them. So the biggest difference probably is colour at this stage. You can see a lot of them, I'll try and get in a bit closer, they're actually all wanting food, so that's why they're so active. A lot of them are already starting to go that nice yellowy orange. Like, look at this one down here, getting that quite a nice orange sort of already coming through on the head. That's exactly what I want. So yeah, these guys, I actually just took 30 of these guys into pool Wednesday is when I took them in. I'll just say that because I'm not sure when I'm going to make this video on YouTube. So we'll say Wednesday this week, definitely this week. I took 30 of these guys, a little bit bigger than the ones that are left over, into Paul's, and he has got them now. So go into Paul's and get yourself some of these guys if you want them. There's plenty in there as we speak. But yeah, these guys, I can't even tell you how many weeks old these guys are now. I've already taken over 100 out of here, and it doesn't even look like it. So this is off the one spawn of angels as well. So this is just one clutch of eggs, and I've already taken over 100 out, and there's probably another 100 in here, probably even more maybe. And on top of that, I've still got another 100 black angelfish, which I'll quickly spin around and show you. I've got over down in this tank. So these are the same spawn and everything from the same eggs, but these are the black ones. So again, I'm not sure if these guys are going to get the nice yellow come through on them, on like an undercolor. Some of them have already got like yellow ventral fins starting to form. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, ventral fins. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but alright. But yeah, they're starting to get yellow coming through on them. So I'm not sure if they're going to be a pure black angel. The father was Elmo, which is the red devil, and the mother unfortunately has passed, but she was a pure black. She was a black lace angel. So we got a bit of a half and half. I think I got more red devils come through than the black ones, and the black ones I just didn't have as much success with. I lost a few in the early weeks of having them compared to the red devil ones. So they're growing really, really well now. They're in their own big tank, so they're growing out really well. But yeah, I thought I'd show you those guys quickly. We'll just quickly spin back to these guys, and we'll finish it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I haven't brought out a video for a while. I know it's been like almost like 3 months. I'm really, really sorry about that. Those of you who have subscribed, or like 10, thank you heaps. But I'm gonna really, really try, and I say this like every video, to try and make more videos. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what fish was your favorite fish, and if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm really hoping to get more videos out soon. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.